Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. Today is a special video, I guess, in the way that it's very personal. I'm going to be going over my fitness journey. So my fitness journey from back before I'd ever even stepped foot in a gym to the present day right now. So I have a sheet here just to remind me because I have been doing health and fitness for quite a while now, but there's a lot of stuff I don't remember. I'm going to be including photos periodically throughout the video just to show you when I'm referencing a specific time in my life. I'm going to put the photos in to reference that so you can kind of get a better idea of where I was at physically and a little bit mentally as well during that time. So starting off, this has been a process of 10 years and I didn't start going to the gym until the end of 2012, but my fitness journey did begin back in 2008. So I've always been a very active person. I have always had horses, so I've always been actively horse riding, and also when I was younger I was doing gymnastics, trampolining, tumbling, all of those kind of really physical after school activities as well. So the horse riding has always been consistent in my life, whereas the gymnastics and trampolining I did up until the middle of 2012 when I had to stop for school-based reasons. I needed to focus on my studies, obviously. So starting at the beginning, 2008. So like I said, I was still involved in fitness activities, but I was quite a chubby person. So 2008, that would make me, I would be 13 in 2008, so I was quite chubby. I'll see if I can find some photos. I did take a couple photos here as just like I knew I wanted to change something, I didn't know what, so I took photos as like my starting point, I guess you would say. So that's what these are. I had no idea about health or fitness. Again, like I said, I'd never been in a gym, I'd never really talked to anyone who'd even been to a gym, and I had no knowledge of like, besides like you should eat fruit and veggies kind of thing, I had no real dietary knowledge either. So that's what I looked like then. So I stayed like that most of 2008, 2009 to 2011, obviously high school. Now these were very, this is hard to talk about. These are very tough years for me. I was very, I guess prevalent, maybe the word, on Tumblr, which I guess you guys may know, it's kind of like a, before Instagram was a thing, that was where you would just post videos, you would repost people's photos and videos and have like your own feed. So you could make multiple pages, which I did, and I had many of them which were like Fitspo, but back then it was more, I guess, like a Thinspo. It was very unhealthy and horrible. I was also on a site called Formspring, which was again a horrible decision in hindsight. It was a site where you would make a profile and people could go on and anonymously ask you questions, but most of the time people wouldn't even ask questions. They would just use it as like an anonymous way to bully you. I would get messages saying that I was fat and things like that, and really, really horrible things, and I guess that is kind of what spiraled this next stage of my life a bit out of control. A combination of the Thinspo on Tumblr and then the anonymous messages I would get on Formspring as well. Just put me in a really horrible headspace. So I was still doing trampoline at this point, and I felt a bit of pressure there to lose weight, obviously being in leotards all the time and jumping around on the trampoline. I didn't want to be bigger. So I did have very unhealthy habits around this time. So I'll insert some photos now. And as you can see in those photos, I did lose a lot of weight. So I started off at about just over 60, I think, kilos. And then by the end of 2010, I weighed in at 44 kilograms, which for me didn't look good. I think I remember for a really long time there, I was up and goes were my thing. I would drink an up and go in the morning and I wouldn't eat anything or drink anything all day, and sometimes for the following day as well. So that was horrible. I remember I used to write my measurements down and weigh myself, and I would measure about 50 points on my body, like wrists, forearms, bicep, chest, like everything, even like my neck and like around like my cheeks. And I would write these down every morning, every single morning. And yes, that was quite a horrible time. I think my parents did have a sit down with me, or kind of a forceful thing. I think my sister's friends showed them my Tumblr, and it kind of all stopped from there, which I guess is good. I did need it. And so going into 2012, so after that big intervention and with my family kind of slapping me into a bit of common sense, I just started trying to get on with my life as per normal. I started doing some boot camps with my friends. We went up to a local state school, and on I think it was like a Monday or a Tuesday night, they used to run like a boot camp in their hall. So I was doing that a couple times a week, and that was really good fun. I was starting to enjoy it. Those friends also were a part of a local gym, so I decided to go and join there and train with them. Then after school finished in grade 12, I continued on at the gym. I never really trained with my friends anymore. I think some of them even left the gym, but I decided to stay and continue to work out. And so that was most of my 2012, was basically getting my life back on track and just starting to learn a little bit about the gym. I know I really went on to bodybuilding.com. I think it's now you have to pay for the workouts, but back then you could go on and just find a workout plan, like a 12-week plan, and they'd give you like a rough meal plan and workouts. And I would do that. And I remember I did, I think, the Jamie Eason 12-week challenge, and that taught me so much, just the basics really, and what the equipment was, and some regular exercises, squats, lat pull downs, things like that. And I really started to enjoy it. So at the end of 2013, I decided to do my first competition. So I was coached by my friend Sammy. She was an old coach that used to coach me for trampoline back in 2010. I didn't really have any real structure to this comp. Sammy was giving me rough meal plans and workout plans, but I had no idea of calories or macros. I was just basically watching portion size and making sure I was eating the right things. And again, I didn't really have a training plan. She gave me like suggestions, but I was basically just doing my own training plan. And yeah, so I did lose a lot of weight. I did look quite good for my comp, but again, it was not 100% what it could have been. I'll insert some photos here for you. So this competition was with IMBA, and I had a pretty red bikini, and I did the bikini model section and the fitness model section, and it was so much fun. Alright, so after that first comp, I was pretty content. I finished it. I didn't really rebound after that comp or anything. I just kept going as per normal. And then in 2015, I decided I wanted to do a second competition. So my second comp, I decided to compete with IFBB, and I went through what I thought was a proper coach at the time. We did count my macros. She calculated all of what I should be eating macro wise, and then I would input my own foods into MyFitnessPal and work it out that way. So I had a much better understanding by this point of food and all the dietary requirements. I still wrote my own training programs though. At this point, I was now a qualified personal trainer and working at a gym, so I did have a much better understanding of the workout and training programs I should be doing, so I did tailor my own, and I think my results were quite good for what I wanted. I also did a few things differently. I saunaed before my competition and really water loaded quite a lot. I think one day I brought my water up to 12 litres and then brought it back down. So I did look really dry for the day of competition, and I looked really lean then, so that was great. I'll put some photos here for you guys. So after that comp, that was quite an experience. I rebounded so badly. So I remember thinking the night after the competition, I'd got home and I was in bed, and I thought, I love being like this. I don't want to gain any weight. I'm not going to eat anything bad. And then obviously things happen, and I gained a bit of weight, and it was horrible. I think I'm going to go into this in a totally different video. I'm going to do a whole video on my competing side of things and probably why I will never compete again. But a main one reason is that it just screwed with me so much mentally. If you start off competing and you have pre-existing like body confidence or self-confidence issues, it's not going to make it any better by competing. It's only going to make it worse. I know over the course of my last comp prep, I got down to, I think I was 54 kilos when I was on stage, and I started off at about 65, so I did lose about 10 kilos. But even like the day before my competition, when I was doing my last workout session, I was still too self-conscious to wear shorts into the gym. I thought my legs were still so fat that I shouldn't wear shorts because my legs are not the kind of legs that can rock shorts. And like, that's ridiculous. I was so lean. I'd worked for like 18 weeks consistently, diet, exercise, everything, and I still felt like I wasn't worthy enough or pretty enough to be able to wear the shorts. So again, like, those self-confidence issues are always going to be there. You really need to sort them out. Losing weight, getting leaner, it doesn't make it any better. And even like I said, back in 2009 to 2011, when I lost that whole lot of weight in the unhealthier ways, I still remember like picking at myself and thinking, God, I'm so fat. And I would pick at pieces because I thought that I was horrible. And I was 40 something kilos and I still felt like crap. It's really, really sad, but it's just proves it so much. It's all mentally, it's up here. So now going on to 2016 to currently now 2018, what I'm doing, and that is basically fixing the damage. Not only physically, what's happened over the past few years, but mentally I needed a break. I was intending to compete last year in WBFF, and I still love the idea of WBFF. I think if I ever did compete, I would go with them, but mentally I don't think I can do it again. It was too much for me. I have the most supportive partner, family and friends, and they've really helped me so much over the past few years just to feel confident being me and to be happy just doing whatever it is I want to do. So that makes such a big difference as well, having like a support system to help you out. It's great. I needed to work on the fact that this has to be a lifestyle and not a phase. So whenever you're trying to find a method to reach your goal, it needs to be maintainable. You can't go straight to something drastic and expect it to work long term. And the biggest thing is trying to learn to love myself. So I'll link down below a really good lady to check out. I used to know her at the gym. I haven't really had much in contact, but I'm always watching her socials. And she does the No Week Challenge. So she is amazing and really kind of gets that point across. You need to learn to love yourself first. So currently I'm training 6 days a week. I'm doing cardio when I feel like it. I'm doing weights when I feel like it, and I'm training to see results in my body. So instead of having a set training plan, say I'm doing chest, tris, back and buys, legs this day, abs this day, I'm training for what I want to see. So for me, most of my training days end up being glute and hamstring or shoulder and abs focused. But basically I just want to tailor it to what I want to see in my body. So that's the thing I love so much about fitness, and the reason I've kept going for so long is you can change the shape of your body. It's amazing that we're capable to do that, and it excites me. So I'm still looking forward to going to the gym. I think when I was competing, it turned into a bit of a chore. So at the moment, I'm just focusing on having fun. So if I go to the gym and I don't feel like doing something, I'm just not going to do it. Most of the time I will, I just won't do it. Not saying I don't work hard at the gym, because I definitely do, but if I don't feel like doing a certain exercise, I'll swap it out and I'll do something different. And I'll always make sure that when I am doing an exercise, I give 110%. So that's my fitness journey. I'm still training clients and I love that, teaching people about health and fitness. And obviously, like I said, I'm still training myself, but without the fitness component there, I haven't got the added pressure. And now it's just basically trying to keep a healthy mindset and never revert back to my old method of thinking way back when. So I'm going to include now some photos from me currently. And I'm doing a few photo shoots recently with friends of mine, and I find that really boosts my confidence. It makes me feel great, and if you're looking to make yourself feel really confident, that's a great idea to do as well. Alright, so thank you guys for watching. Click the subscribe button if you want to see more from me, and I'll have 2 new videos next week for you. Have a good weekend. Bye!